it's a bit of what was your view on it?
I think if the first one's a penalty, the second one's a penalty. That's pretty. If I'm being really honest, I don't think either of them are penalties. I think the thing that's toughest to take here is probably the inconsistency for a start. I think we're told at the start of the season what would be given, what's acceptable, what's not. Clearly, you always run the risk when you grab a jersey, so I'd never condone it anyway. It's stupid, it's unprofessional, it's lazy defending. But we were told that the player has to be able to affect the ball, so you give a penalty every single corner that comes in. I don't think the player can affect the ball at all in the first one. The referee doesn't give it, then he's advised to go to the screen, so VAR intervenes, and then he doesn't do it for the second one, which is where Mahora can actually head the ball, and you can clearly see that centre forward's got his jersey, pulls it up over his back, and doesn't give the foul. So I'm a bit confused to what is and what isn't, and why it wasn't asked even just to go and give it over to the monitor. Because if you're talking about consistency, he should have at least been asked to go and see it, if it purely on what he gave the first one for.
Will you be seeking an explanation then?
I don't think it really matters, because it can't change anything now. I think we were given an explanation of what would be given and what wouldn't be given at the start of the season, and I'm a bit confused.
Do you feel a bit cursed though, David, because you are in winning positions, can't kill teams off, and then inevitably there's that sense within the stadium that there's an equaliser coming?
I didn't feel that today. I thought the players deserved, they'd done enough to go and win the game. Listen, when you're down there, to be creating enough chances to go and win the game and kill the game off, yes, that's the message to the players. Of course it is. Need to be more clinical at the same time, but I also feel they've done enough to go and earn another clean sheet today and win the game. I didn't feel that Dundee United were on top at all. I thought naturally they started to throw things at us, but as I say, I think it's a decision that's cost us a game rather than an anxiousness around the place.
How difficult is it for you to try and turn this around when the pressure is increasing week by week and you're at the foot of the table? Yeah, listen, the pressure comes, and it's always been here. It's something that I knew the challenge when I took it on. Where we find ourselves in the table at the moment is unacceptable for a football club, we know that. But today makes it harder to take because of the situation and the manner in which the game went. But we've got an opportunity again next week to try and change that against the team at home, so we need to quickly change that. One positive I would take from it off the back of that, you talked about the anxiousness and being nervous, and we are human beings that are feeling the pressure as players, I get that. But when it goes 1-1 and we go down to 10 men, the reaction for the players was brilliant. If anything, I thought we were a team that was then going to go on and score big chances towards the end in terms of pushing forward with 10 men, and I thought Dundee United had settled for a point, so that's credit to the players, because 13 days ago we went down to 10 men and lost the game from a winning position. So I think that's something we can take. I think another frustration from my point of view is I've now got a centre forward who's suspended next week because you can't appeal a second yellow. So yeah, hugely disappointing, hugely frustrating, and I think I don't believe the players deserve that today. Are you aware that there are, at the end of the game, boos and some people showing the frustration towards both members now?
Listen, fans, that doesn't go away. We find ourselves in a position in the league where that will always be there. It's not from a lack of effort of people working hard and trying to do the right things. Everyone's trying their absolute best to make sure we turn this around as quickly as we can. And as I say, how quickly the narrative can change. If we've got 3 points today, that changes very quickly. I know we keep saying if, but I firmly believe in the squad. I believe in what we're doing. I know how hard we're working. And if we keep putting in performances and we can improve in that little bit more clinical and a bit more confidence and belief in front of goal, I know this will turn around, and I know it will turn around quickly.
What was your conversation with the referee like at the end of the game? Did you get any explanation?
No, I think when you're in the middle of the pitch, it's never the right time or the right place to do that. Not just because for any other reason other than he gave the first one and he wasn't advised to go and see the second one, so he can't comment, if I'm being honest. So I'm sure I might get an explanation in due course, but to be honest, it's irrelevant now because the game's gone.
What was Small's issue?
I think he hurt his ankle a little bit when he rocked it or rolled it a little bit. We'll just see how that goes. He's had a bit of an ongoing ankle issue that he's been playing with, that he's been managing, and I'm not so sure if he got a kick on it or just rolled it slightly, but he felt it was needed to come off, but hopefully it's nothing too serious, but we'll find that out in the coming days.
Are you relying heavily on midfielders, fullbacks? Your fullbacks effectively created that goal. Abita's cross was sublime. I mean, it must be difficult for you when you're looking towards people other than strikers to try and either save a game for you or win a game for you.
No, I think that's just the quality Jordan's got and the way we play.
it's good that the cross comes from one full-back and the other full-back's in the box the way we wanted to play. It's always difficult against a back five. Dundee United were a back five in that situation, so the one centre forward against them, we need your midfielders to get up into the game as well and try and play the game with a wee bit more attacking intent. That was the message today, trying to create more chances, trying to get more bodies into the box when the crosses are coming in, because of the quality you just touched on there with Jordan. It does come in very regular. And if I go back to the Hearts game, centre forward got 3 very good chances in the middle of the box as well. So we are creating the chances. We know we need to be more clinical, but I do believe the players done enough to win the game today.
Can I ask you just briefly then, what would your message be to Hibs supporters who week by week are becoming more frustrated and more vociferous in their displeasure?
I fully understand it. There's nobody more frustrated than me, I can assure you. I think, and I'll do everything I possibly can to keep working at it, to keep sticking together with the group and working with the group, because as I've already said, I do honestly believe in the group, and I know we will turn it round. But I also know it needs to be sooner rather than later, because of where we find ourselves in the situation we're in.
How likely is Dwight Gale to be fit for next week?
Well, we hope so. He's been back on the grass, and Chris Cadden, his boys coming back, getting closer. But obviously it's a long time between them and next week to see how we can get them through it. And we'll also just see how the rest of the group recovers from the game today, and then we'll go from there.
Thanks,
Cheers, guys.